For thousands of years, migration has been one of the defining forces of human civilization. People cross continents searching food, safety, opportunity, and a better future. Every journey changed not only the lives of migrants but also the societies that welcomed them. Migration is not a new phenomenon. It is a human story as old as civilization before. Many of the world's most powerful nations were shaped by waves of migration. Newcomers brought languages, traditions, skills, and ideas that transformed economies and cultures, but migration has always created questions about our identity and belonging. How should a society balance openness with the desire to protect its own character? The United States represents one of history's largest immigration stories, as millions arrived seeking freedom and a new beginning. Immigrants helped build industries, universities, and communities, though the American immigration story has never been simple. The same nation that newcomers has also experienced moments of fear, restriction, and resistance towards immigrants. Throughout history, societies have often struggled with rapid demographic change. Different immigrant groups have faced suspicion from those who feared economic competition or cultural transformation. The names and faces change across generations, but the debate remained familiar. Would newcomers strengthen society, or would they change it too quickly? After the Cold War, globalization accelerated. Good and people moved across borders faster than ever before. For many, this created new opportunities in a world increasingly interconnected. But for others, globalization brought change and jobs mood. Some felt left behind as communities experienced a rapid, unsettling chain transformation. The beginning of the 20th century changed how many countries viewed borders and migration. Security concerns, wars, refugee movements, and economic instabilities in push-century migration was no longer discussed only as an economical issue. It became connected with questions of safety, national identity, and government control. Across Europe and North America, nationalist movements began gaining influence. These movements argued that governments had lost control over borders and that ordinary citizens were being ignored. Supporters demanded stricter immigration policies, stronger national identity, and greater protection for local communities. The growth of far-right politics cannot be explained by migration alone. Researchers point to a combination of economic frustration, distrust institutions, cultural change, demographic shift, and social media influence. For many supporters, these moves presented demand for control and stability. For critics, they represent a politics built on fear and division. For decades, America's southern border has been more than a geographic boundary. It has become one of the country's most divisive political symbols. Every year, millions it states through both legal and unauthorized routes. Supporters of stricter enforcement argue that any nation know who enters its territory, while others believe the challenge requires both security and compassion. As immigration increased over several decades, the debate expanded far beyond the border itself. Questions emerge about housing affordability, healthcare systems, education, labor markets, and public resources. Supporters argued highlight that rapid contribution and innovation, while critic growth placed increasing pressure on infrastructure and local communities. For many Republican voters, immigration is primarily viewed as an issue of law, sovereignty, and national security. They argued that immigration should occur established legal channels and that governments must enforce existing laws. The old Porter's secured goal is to preserve the integrity and fairness of the legal immigration system for everyone. Economic concerns remain one of the strongest arguments within the immigration debate. Some believe large numbers of undocumented workers can increase labor wages and pressure housing and public services. Many economists argue it can expand economic growth, address labor shortages, and contribute to innovation and entrepreneurship. The Make America Great Again movement soon became more than an election slogan. It evolved into an identity centered on border security, economic nationalism, and steps towards globalization. Supporters viewed it as national renewal, while collecting saw that political elites had become disconnected from ordinary citizens.
Supporters of integration point to another reality. Millions of immigrants work in hospitals, tech companies, and farms. Many arrive legally, while others seek protection from violence or instability. Advocates argue that integration has long been one of America's greatest of dynamism, cultural diversity, and innovation.
During the mid-2010s, immigration moved from being one political issue to becoming the defining subject of American politics. Millions embraced a movement for stronger borders and domestic industry, believing it addressed concerns overlooked for years.
En fischjassen.
Brokshin.
Os if the White House.
Es gemen is reine to recount. If borders, receiver pritspectus scheid.
America is not alone. Across Europe, many countries have experienced a similar political transformation. Parties that once stood on the political fringe of government or became major opposition forces. Their message then centers on immigration, national control, while every country has its own unique history. The concerns expressed by many voters reveal striking similarity across the Western world. The refugee crisis, terrorist attacks, rising living costs, and rapid demographic change reshaped European politics during the last decade. For many citizens, became linked with questions of security, social integration, and economic pressure. Others argued migrants were being unfairly blamed for problems rooted in housing shortage, economic inequality, and years of political mismanagement. Behind every political slogan lies a human story. Many migrants leave behind war, persecution, poverty, or economic surplus and opportunity. Some become doctors, engineers, teachers, entrepreneurs, and innovators. Others struggle to adapt to a new language, unfamiliar customs, and the challenge of building a new life far from home. Human connection is the most delicate of balances, a dance between harmony and tension. When harmony is disrupted, the strain is felt by all. But in that tension lies the opportunity for a deeper, more resilient unity. For it is in coming together, through understanding and empathy, that we find our true strength.
The future may bring migration on an even greater scale. Climate change, armed conflicts, water shortage, population growth, and economic mobility could force people to leave their homes during the coming decades. Governments around the world may soon face migration pressures unlike adaptive and experienced in modern history.
Technology has already transformed how nations manage migration. Artificial intelligence, biometric identification, satellite surveillance, and predictive data analysis are changing border security around the world. While supporters believe these tools can improve efficiency and public safety, critics warn that they also raise difficult questions about privacy, civil liberties, and government oversight. The political divide over immigration is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. As societies continue to change, voters will keep asking difficult questions about borders, identity, security, and opportunity. Whether the future belongs to a renewed nationalism may depend on how governments respond to the concerns of both citizens and newcomers. Migration shaped every civilization in human history, and it will continue to shape the world of tomorrow. The debate is no longer simply about who crosses a border. It is about how nations preserve stability while human values, how societies adapt to change without losing their identity, and whether fear will guide the next chapter of human history. The choices made will shape the political, economic, and cultural future of generations yet to come.
Understanding history does not require choosing sides. It requires understanding why people believe what they do. The conversation about immigration is ultimately a conversation about humanity, identity, and the future we choose to build together.
Thank you for watching World Nexus. To explore more stories about history, science, and our world, make sure to subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and join us as we continue discovering the stories that shape humanity.